Hey, on the channel, we got a big boy from the Cosmic Legions. We got Sskur'ge.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Cosmic Legions unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got one of the big boys. We got a dragon, not that dragon, in Sskur'ge. But of course, for all your Sskur'ge needs and a whole lot more, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Got to get a deal out there, and of course, Jay's Toys and Games, chock full of your Legion needs, be it Cosmic or Mythic Legion needs. Shout out to them over there. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to box it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes. From there, on a Cosmic Legion Monday, of course, this channel every single Monday, until we can't, we're doing Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legion unboxings, dabbling in a lot of Cosmic Legions as of late, but we're going back and forth. We go both ways on this channel, I guess. But let's dive into this one. This one is one of the ones I've been the most excited for. Did I see him at PowerCon for the first time? Or was the blue version, I guess, at PowerCon a couple of years ago? Sold my heart, never let go, like a young Rio. Happy to have this guy. Going to be really happy to have him out of the package here shortly. But he is a big, big boy in the Legion line. Big, giant, very similar to the Ogre scale from the Mythic Legions, of course. 2 heads on this one. And 2 heads are better than 1, of course. So you can mix and match, do it however you want. Or buy 2 of this guy if that's your thing as well. Cosmic Legion there, a little glamour shot down there. I think I do prefer the full-on dragon head. We'll do a little comparison later in this video as well. On the side, you got Sskur'ge, you got his little bio there. Outpost Jakks, little bio there. Then on the back, got that beautiful cross-sell. You know me, I'm a sucker for a cross-sell at the end of the day. What does it say about Sskur'ge? There's a War and Peace back here. I don't like to read all of these things here. But he is a brutish thug whose only marketable skills are his incredible strength and nearly impenetrable scaly hide. The duoderm tracker has made a career out hunting down fugitives and returning them bruised, battered, and to those who have placed a price on their heads. Although not a full-time employee of the Traders Unit of the 5 Circles of Cosmerium, Sskur'ge gets most of his work from that organization. This includes a recent bounty on a Bleeders Guild spy who uncovered something he shouldn't have. Chasing the spy to a nearby transportation outpost, Sskur'ge waits for his quarry to exit the safety of the facility. One swipe of his massive tail and the chase will be over, and he'll be on his way to collect his fee for another capture. So he's like a young Forlom out there from Star Wars. Deep cut Forlom, of course. There it is, little box. See you later. Goodbye. How about a little plastic prison? We get a little tail. Everybody likes a little tail, of course. And there it is, Sskur'ge in the packaging. But I'm going to take this offline, get this dude out of the package. We'll be back talking all things Cosmic Legions. All right, we got Sskur'ge out of the package. Let's dive into the accessories before we get into this troublesome big boy. But let's start off with some extra hands. How about, of course, got the kind of out hands, I guess. Going to reach out and touch someone hands, we'll call them. How about that? We do get 2 Fists of Fury. Got to have the Fists of Fury. Got those going on right there. Then we do got gripping hands here. Of course, going to grip it and rip it with some of these weapons, as we can imagine. Very scaly skin throughout a dragon creature. Makes a lot of sense. Got some darker green nails than the skin, so there is some differences between those. Nice little attention to details, of course. Now, getting down to his weapons, we got the traditional big boy weapons here. They do connect together, so you can have a short one, long one. Choose your own adventure at the end of the day. But you do got the club/axe on the end here. You got the 4 blades. Looking very, very nice, of course. We've seen these before in different colors. This time in a bronze color. Got a little bit of blue in the jewels there on each blade. But you can have it long, you can have it short. Once again, choose your own weapon adventure. Then we get a little something different here. You do get a little short sword, maybe a sword, whatever. I guess it's really short for him with his size. You get the blue handle on this one. You also get a trident with that same kind of bronze color on the handle. Then onto the silver onto the blade. But once again, like the other weapon, you can connect this weapon as well. So you can connect these 2 together if you want to. Once again, choose your own adventure. with your weapons, choose your own adventure with your hands, and of course, we can choose our own adventure with our heads here. Now for me, I'm going to have to do the head on this one of the dragon. The dragon's amazing looking. Obviously, we have a blue version coming to this channel, I guess whenever I get around to unboxing it, so stay tuned for that. But we have seen this head before over here. We saw this with Kragnar back in the day in a more orange color. This one is in more of a green. Kind of looks like a duck-billed platypus. That's what it reminds me of right here. We got the creepy red eyes against that green skin. Got a little bit of a mohawk with a darker skin over the top. But not my favorite head here. I didn't use it on Kragnar. I'm probably not going to use it on this one. But I feel like somewhere around the way, I got to use a head like this. We'll see what happens in the future. But the money head for this one is the one out of the package. The big dragon head. That's what I was drawn to at PowerCon. I believe this wasn't this the PowerCon exclusive? I think that was the case. And he is somewhat based on Whiplash. We always know those kind of loosely based things back from the Masters of the Universe toy lines. We'll do some comparisons later in this video, of course. But got the big dragon head on this one. I mean, it looks like a dragon all day long. Got those red eyes. Got the crazy teeth up and down, back and forth. Love that we get an articulated jaw. It's almost like having 10 heads in one when you got an articulated jaw on that one. Very, very nice. You got the spikes out of the jowls right there. You got that same kind of mohawk going on. And then those horns that go all the way back. Looking very, very good. Definitely one of the best heads of all Cosmic Legion figures, in my personal opinion at least. But now diving into this figure itself, and I gotta say, this one drove me absolutely crazy. I'm lucky I went offline for this one because I might have thrown this across the room. I was getting so frustrated. But this tail is very weird. It had a little curve on it. I thought you just slid it in. You can't slide it right in like a young white snake. What you gotta do is you gotta heat this up, take this midsection off, pull everything out, and then put it in there, and it basically clamps down underneath everything. However, doing that, I could not get him for the life of me to go back together. He would not stick. I went under the hair dryer for seemingly hours is what it felt like, but very, very frustrating trying to get this guy back together. It seems like it's okay now, but he was falling apart at the waist for me. I'm sure your mileage may vary, of course, but man, very, very frustrating. I almost went to the point where I said, I'm just not going to use the tail. I'm just not going to use the tail is what I was going to do. But as you can see, I did use the tail. So it does kind of C-clamp around the midsection of the body, then it's clamped on everything else. So if you have any trouble trying to put it in, that's what you got to do there. You do get the tail with a little articulation right there, looking very good. It almost looks like an alligator crocodile. Cayman? Cayman, anyone? Mark? Todd? Caymans, big Cayman guys over there. You do get the big tail back here looking very, very nice. Now diving into the rest of this one, gigantic body, of course, and it's very scaly like a dragon would be, as you can imagine. But you got the scales throughout and both different colors of greens throughout, really giving it a little bit more pizzazz when you get a light green against a dark green, the shadowing, the shading, looking very, very nice there. Got the big overlay over the top. I got the vest and everything. And he's got a little collar back here, so I guess you can put him on a leash if you want to. Put your Sskur'ge on a leash if you need to there. You get that little jewel in there, looking very nice. He does got a championship belt here. It is the third Earth title belt here. Of course, he did get this. He did go over to Thundera, and he took this never to return. So he took the belt with him. Got the little cats-like guy, dragon-like guy right there in the middle of the championship belt, looking good. Little protection on the sides. Got those big old shin guards down here. Of course, you know this guy. He's rocking the Terry Steinbach all day long. Shout out to Terry Steinbach right there with those shin guards looking beautiful. Got those creepy dragon, three-toed dragon feet down there. Scaly as well, all over the place. Looking very nice. Of course, forearm guards in here on the blue. The blue really pops against this green, I should say. Got a fur loincloth like you must have went to Eternia one way or another along the way as well. Got the fur loincloth underneath there, looking very good. But all in all, a dominating presence, a big, big boy for the shelf if there ever was one. Of course, articulation, usual mythics, arms go all the way around there. Side to side, single jointed elbows, hands removable back and forth, side to side. Head removable back and forth, side to side, as I said. Jaw articulation, got that big old jaw. Would have been cool to have an accessory of like fire breathing or something, but I think they're saving that for a different dragon, that of the Mythic Legions variety here in the next year, 2 years, what is time or so. Hula hoop up top, so you get plenty of movement all over the top there. Then you get the dumbbell at the waist. Not quite as much movement, but you do still get movement, and thankfully he's not coming apart like he was earlier. Leg does go up, of course, back and forth, side to side, a little out kick if you need it. Single jointed knees, of course, back and forth, side to side at the knee as well. Ankles back and forth, side to side, up and down. Will he fit on a ringside collectible stand using discount code Kyle to save yourself 10%? Ooh, he's got a tight hole, but he'll fit. He makes room. He makes room. So he will fit on a stand, but you really don't need a stand with this guy. He is pretty big, of course. He's a little big for the stand, obviously. It makes him a little uneven. So probably don't need a stand, but for whatever reason you feel you do, you can have that. You can also use his third leg, his tail, as a tripod right there if you need to. But man, oh man, a big beast. Like I said, I believe it was PowerCon I first saw this guy with my own 2 eyes, and it was love at first sight. Like many a young boy and a dragon in many a movies, I think is what it would be. But man, oh man, a big beast for your shelf, and one of those figures that you could mix and match and move into other toy lines if you really wanted to. And speaking of other toy lines, how about Masters of the Universe? What was this? New Eternia Whiplash. I always kind of think he is loosely based on this, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. You can kind of see the similarities in the colors and stuff, so pretty cool right there as well, I do think. Did mention Kragnar earlier, a lot of reuse from Kragnar, as you can see with this one here. That's kind of how the Legion life goes. Get the most out of your molds, as we do know. 2 heavy hitters in the Cosmic Legion landscape, and then we just unboxed this one not too long ago on the channel as well. Little Mythic Legion action here, so you can kind of see those scales against each other. Sskur'ge being a lot taller than this bad boy over here, so I'm here for that as well. But a lot of fun with these big deluxe style figures. You know me, I'm a sucker for a big figure, especially a big dragon. So I like this a lot. A little wonky in the midsection, a little frustrating for a while, but we got through it. We powered through, so check that out. Work with it if you do have the same issues I did have. But there it is, Cosmic Legion Sskur'ge. What's your guys' thoughts? A pickup, a pass, long game? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day, and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over there on Patreon. Patreon, your best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. Appreciate the support over there. Hit up ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, and now on TikTok. So for a little Cosmic Legion Monday, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.